Welcome to another fantastic episode of Small Business Celebrations Meat and Potatoes, the show where we do a deep dive on one particular subject with our guests. It's kind of sort of like shaving a haircut, 2 bits, but we couldn't do this without our presenting sponsor and our location sponsor. At Oliver & Associates Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction, but a life moment. That's why they're committed to building relationships that last. They take the time to completely understand your needs, your dreams, your stories, so that you can find not just a house, but a home. Give Oliver & Associates a call at 661-808-3444 or check them out at yourrealtor.us today. Today's Meat and Potatoes location is brought to you by Modern GG Gallery, an ultra-modern gallery located in downtown Bakersfield, California, featuring the artworks of the modern abstract artist Johnny Ramos. Whether you're looking for artwork for your office, your home, or a postcard you can send as a thank you note, go to Modern GG Gallery, located at 900 18th Street in Bakersfield, or give them a call at 661-840-8729, or email them at art@moderngg.com today. No, I just got my haircut done by today's guest. No.
Just a little off the
top. No! Welcome to Small Business Celebrations Meat and Potatoes. And this week we're going to find out the fastest way to get that 5-star review your business needs from the guy who's the best here in town on getting 5-star reviews. It's the one and only Chris De La Cruz Sr., the owner of Cruz Barbershop. Welcome to Small Business Celebrations Meat and Potatoes.
Thank you for having me.
And for visitors who don't know who you are, who are you? What's it that you do?
I'm Chris De La Cruz, owner and operator of Cruz Barbershop, and I'm a barber.
He's so modest. Because how many years have you been the 5-star barber here in town?
2021 is when I first saw the recognition of me actually having the most 5-star in Kern County.
And how'd you get this recognition?
You know what? It's actually new customers, to be honest with you. So, obviously when you get good reviews, you get more out of it with customers if you're in business.
Right.
I would always ask, who talked you into coming here?
Right.
Or how'd you hear about me? Or who referred you? And a lot of the times it was because of my reviews. I was the 5-star barbershop or 5-star barber in town. So.
One of the things that I absolutely hate, and this happens, I don't want to say daily, but definitely multiple times a week, is I'll go to a restaurant or I'll go to a service-based business of some kind. And, I'm not even done checking out yet. And they're going, will you please give us a 5-star review? And it's like they're begging for it. And yet, you've been getting these 5-star reviews, and so many of them for so long. How do you do it without begging or making it sound like you're begging?
Well, being you. I have an app that I have that records all that stuff, and I knew that it implemented, to my service.
Right.
I've been on my app for, I guess, about 2016. I didn't realize that I was the #1 guy till 2021. So I was getting.
For 5 years, and you didn't know?
I didn't know. Yeah, well, I didn't know that I was doing that or getting those reviews, but. So obviously I was in there for the good reason,
right.
Not, hustling or trying to, hey, can you do this, do this survey for me? But I was getting emails stating that I was the #1 booked barber in Kern County, which means clientele coming in. And then obviously the 5 stars come with that.
Right.
2021 was when I realized it, and I got it back to back, 21, 22, and 23. I haven't checked if I got it 24 or 25 yet, but I'll let you know. So.
Put a comment in the sections egging him on, saying, find out, let us know.
Yeah.
And this begs the question, though, without begging, how do you ask for the 5-star review? After
finding out that I was getting 5-star reviews or reviews in general, I would say, hey, you know what? If you like your service, come on back and then rate me if you don't mind. So
right.
I think going and paying your bill and then asking, like, hey, can you do me a favor? How were we customer service wise?
And that's what I hate.
Customer service wise. But you know what? I mean, there's really nothing personal there, though. Paying a bill and then letting me know how well you did by answering the phone, that's different.
And you just touched on is the key, is the personal service. Now, visionaries, if you're looking at this, and I had to apologize prior to recording on the camera. Our guest here says I don't know how to comb my own hair. But he went through and he gave me this wonderful haircut. Clearly, I've destroyed it.
I do lessons in that too.
But you went through and the service that you gave was fantastic. Walk us through the process, because you personalize each haircut, and it's the personalization is the key to getting that 5-star review.
It could be any situation like anybody. Say, for instance, you're a returning customer, which, I have 99% of them are. Right. We leave off of what we talked about before. Say, for instance, if I have a high school kid that went to the prom, when he comes back in, I'm gonna ask him how the prom went and where did you guys go eat? Did mom pick you up? Because I know you don't have a license.
And you remember this.
Of course. It's kind of like where we're at right now. We're in an art gallery right now, and we can have 1,000 paintings in here, but the actual person that painted one of that 1,000 knows exactly what his portrait looks like because he did it. And if you were to come back in again, you wouldn't tell me how to cut your hair because I know, unless you wanted something else. So
right.
Those are those keys right there. It's kind of like your waitress. Hey, how you doing? Same drink as last time? What do you guys want? It's those things like that where it's actually personal. It's not really, really hard to forget a lot of things if you like what you do. For me, it's customer service and just knowing who I'm talking to, because I have almost 800 customers, but I know every one of them though. And when I know every one of them, I know every one of their haircuts.
You do realize what it's time for now.
What is it?
It's now time for you to fire back. We've got comments from the internet. For visionaries who aren't familiar with this, Chris's episode went live, 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And he's got comments not just on his episode, but also the social media posts that we did on it. And now is his opportunity to fire back. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, your first one, Birra?
Birria bites.
Birria bites. Okay, what is a birria?
A taco.
It's meat.
Oh, it's meat.
Oh yeah, I guess you can say. Well, it is a meat. It's a type of taco with a type of meat. So.
Okay, well we get some great names for these handles. I had no idea. Okay, this visionary says no shows are killing me. How do you stop that without sounding rude?
When you don't show up for any appointment, 95% of the time people have an excuse.
Right.
And the other 5% seem to forget about, I guess you would say, me.
Right.
In the long run, later on during the day or even, during the week, they'll call me and say, I'm sorry, I got a flat, or, my wife was sick, or whatever the case may be. Totally understandable. As far as, fighting back as, like, hey man, like, what's going on?
Right.
I personally don't ever do that because everybody to me is either friends or family. I just happen to cut their hair. So I go about it in a way where, well, if I was going to be approached, how would I want it to be handled?
All right, are you ready for our second one?
Yeah.
Okay, this one comes from, okay. This is going to rub him the wrong way, our guest the wrong way. KC fan favorite, Kansas City, maybe Kansas City Chief fan favorite?
Maybe. That's AFC. I'm an NFC guy. So.
All right, there we go. Okay, this one sounds like it actually comes from a barber. If I were to wager, it says, "Is booth rent a trap or the smartest move?" I keep hearing both. Give our visionaries a little bit of background. What is a booth rent, or how does that work for those who don't know?
Okay, well, booth rent can mean two different things, obviously.
Okay.
Booth rent meaning you need to pay for the occupancy of where your
chair in a barber
exactly,
shop. Okay.
exactly. I'm an established barber, which means I don't have to go hunt for clientele.
Right.
Clientele comes to me with my 5 stars and all that
Right,
other good
sure.
stuff. And I've earned every bit of every stranger becoming a friend and a client. A guy like me, this is it's personal, so I'll tell you my story. A guy like me that does 15 to 20 haircuts
A day.
a day At a percentage wise, that's a lot of money that I'm giving the owner.
Right.
Okay. You have the guy next to me that does 4 to 5 haircuts, and he gives 30%. So I'm over here at the end of the week. And now if I'm making $6,000 a week, I'm giving him 30% of that $6,000. I'm paying half the building.
Right.
Then you got the guy that's next to me that's doing $800 a week, and he's only giving 30% of that $800.
Right. So that's why you want to go for the weekly rate.
It's not fair for the guy that's actually earns every bit of his money. It's why am I being punished
Right.
for actually doing a really, really good job? As now a business owner, my guys are a flat rate. And I say that for a really good reason. It's very, very unselfish for me. Because I want my guys to have that new car. I want my guys to own a home. I want my guys to earn a good living and maybe potentially own a business too, like me.
Right.
But if I get 30% of them, they're never going to get ahead. I want them to take their kids to Disneyland. I want them to take their wife to Hawaii. I want them to do all that stuff because they deserve it. If he's bringing home $6,000 and he only owes me, $6,000 a week, and he's only owing me $250 a week, then he totally deserves that.
Absolutely.
Because
He's earned it.
Because my money will always be, as a business owner, my money will always be where it's supposed to be. It won't go high, it won't go low. Now, if you don't want to it's kind of like renting a car. You rent a car, you can drive it for 1,000 miles and it's still $100 a day. But if you don't drive it, it's still $100 a day. You still have to pay me at the end of the week.
Right.
But it's all about your hustle. If you want to hustle, keep all the money you want. And if you don't want to hustle, you still got to pay me.
And at the same time, what this does is if you do have the person renting the chair for a week and you're getting $250 a week from them, but they're making $6,000, the likelihood of them sticking around long term is significantly higher than the person who's getting, that you would get 30% because they're not performing as well and they will probably go to someplace else and hope for a better chair.
It's really your choice as far as an employee goes. I personally would rather go for the booth rent weekly. Now, there's a lot of businesses out there right now that charge the 30% or 33% or whatever they charge. And if you like that, that's perfectly fine. Me personally, I don't go for it. I want my guys to flourish. I want my guys to succeed. And if they leave me, it's going to be for a good reason. It's because they are successful, not because they want to go find something because where they're at with me doesn't work.
And Visioneers, it is now time for the person who almost every day is like Christmas. She's always finding some kind of present, some kind of bright goodness everywhere she goes. It's now time for Off Script with Tamala.
Welcome to Off Script with Tamala. I'm Tamala, and today we're going to get the buzz from this barber, but we can't do that without our sponsor. Off Script with Tamala is sponsored by Cazador Consulting. Need elite talent to grow your team? Cazador Consulting Group in Bakersfield is your go-to partner in staffing and direct hires. They don't just fill jobs, they build lasting partnerships by listening to your needs and delivering top-tier customer services. At Cazador, mutual success isn't a goal, it's the standard. This is more than staffing. It's building your team so you can build your business. Visit CazadorConsultingGroup.com or call 877-800-4622. That's CazadorConsultingGroup.com or call 877-800-4622. And let's build your future together. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining me with Off Script with Tamala. I have a couple questions before we play some games. You ready?
I sure am.
All right. Do you have any barber superstitions or rituals that you do before you cut someone's hair?
It's funny, I had my very first haircut in the morning. I do everything the same way. Everything the same way. I go in, turn on all the lights, turn on the TV, open up all the aprons or all the drapes the exact same way, exact same order, every single time. And I go through the whole barbershop and turn on all the lights on that order too.
Yeah.
I check the toilets to see if they're working. And I've been doing that forever.
Wow.
But nothing's changed though. I obviously wipe down the chair and I clean the hair from the previous client. So that's obviously very important and it's state board required. So
Yeah, good. Do you recall any weird hair trends that you hope never return?
Well, there's one that hasn't left yet either, and you know what? I don't like that Edgar look. You know, it's called an Edgar. It's where it's really fluffy on top and it's kind of shaved in the back and in the sides. I don't cut it. I refuse to cut it.
Oh.
I tell the moms and dads. I said, listen, there's way better haircuts than this, and I really seldom get haircuts like that because my clientele isn't really based that way. I don't like that haircut. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, they had a good haircut.
It reminds me of, I work with 2 poodles and they kind of have that shaved and then poof at the top.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like that you're describing to me.
I wish that the flat top would come back.
Yeah.
Because I know how to do a good flat top.
Yeah.
So there's not too many people out there that want it though.
Okay. What is your go-to instrument? Clippers or scissors? Or a straight razor? Or what other things do you have that I wouldn't know about?
Well, we all have everything. We implement it every haircut.
Oh.
But I'm a clipper guy.
A clipper guy.
I can cut hair with clippers 5 times as fast than with scissors.
Yeah.
Just coming up and then scissors, and then come up, scissors. What I do with the clippers, I go clip over comb.
Okay.
So when you lift up the comb at the right angle, you're gonna cut it. Lift it again, cut it, lift it again, cut it. So it's gonna be the same, it's just extremely faster.
And you've done it so long, you know how high to lift that comb.
Yeah, and then you're
keep it level and even.
well,
right?
you're recognizing your last layer of cut.
Oh, okay.
And because you got to understand that if you go high, the hair previous hair is going to fall down.
That's true. Yeah.
So you're only going to cut the top, just like if you were doing it with your hands. Click, click, click.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and I cut hair 4 haircuts in an hour, so
Wow.
so that's time consuming, and if the guy obviously wants like 100% scissor haircut, then that's completely fine. I'll do that too.
Yeah.
But a lot of my guys are time consuming, and they're on their lunch or they want to get home or whatever, or they just hey man, just make me look pretty.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Get it done. Do you have any stories of barber disasters that you got to be the hair hero? You got to fix the haircut that was a disaster.
Yeah, when I was at the barber school a long time ago, you have we're all students, and you got guys that are maybe not as confident, and that's perfectly fine. We all, we
Learn at different levels.
Yeah, well, and then on top of that too, you didn't know how to ride a bike when you were born. You got to learn how to ride one.
Exactly.
So there's more confident people out there, more confident barbers than the ones that maybe need help with confidence on top of getting the haircut or giving the haircut. There was a flat top that a guy wanted, at the barber college at that time, they were only $4 haircuts. I'm not sure what they are right now. So you would get the ones that were the older, elderly people that will go in and maybe can afford a $30 haircut, so they go to the barber college. They just want the hair off their ears,
Yeah.
But you got the old military guys that want their high and tight flat tops that they've had for 80 years, And for a student to do that, that's kind of hard. So, but I knew how to do it. So having a kid, and I'm that type of guy because I'm a dad, going and saying, you know what, let me show you how I do it. Because I'll never say, let me show you how to do it.
Right.
Because I don't want to be talked that way. I want somebody to help me. You know what, I'll show you how I do it.
Yeah.
So, saving a flat top for a veteran. So,
Yeah. Aw.
yeah.
That's
So
lovely.
that was one of many stories, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Aw. I like your approach. That's a great approach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to play some games.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm bringing out the Wheel of Destiny, and you're going to spin this wheel, and producer Michael is going to tell us what game we're going to play, and then I'll tell you the
I
rules.
don't know what's on it, the other side, right?
Nope.
All right.
That's the fun.
Ready?
Yep.
Desert Island.
Desert island. All right. If you were on a deserted island, what 3 items would you take? But there's a caveat. There's already fresh water, coconuts.
Well, no particular order, okay?
Okay.
I would take my clippers.
Wait, don't you have to plug those in?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Well, they had that. Remember the hand ones from the turn of the century
yeah,
ones? So
yeah.
I'll take
For
that.
sheep.
Yeah, because I got to look high and tight,
Okay.
And my wife, because she's a stronger person than me.
Aw.
Maybe it'd be a bundle, but I would need a ball and 2 gloves so I could play catch with my wife. Because my wife's an athlete,
Okay.
ex-athlete, and then that would be our entertainment.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That's fun. Okay. Those are great. Your clippers.
I gotta have my wife, my barbering, and my baseball stuff.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Spin that wheel.
Burglar.
Burglar. All right. If you were a burglar and you were robbing a business, what item would you take that would be the most inconvenient item? For example, the light bulb out of a refrigerator in their break room?
I would take the bell for customer service.
The bell.
Get it out of there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw it in the trash or something like that. Very inconvenient.
Very inconvenient. You'd never know you had someone at the front.
Yeah.
At the front
Well, that's the
office.
whole point. If I'm a burglar, right?
Exactly.
So, right.
All right.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. All right. I am going to tell you 2 truths and 1 lie, and you're going to try to figure out what I'm lying about. And then you're going to tell me 2 truths and 1 lie, and I'm going to try to figure out what you're lying about.
Okay.
Okay. I have a very large old tortoise in my backyard, hibernating right now. I have surfed in Australia, windsurfed, and I have explored the ruins of Machu Picchu.
True, false.
You
So true that
I have a tortoise,
you have a tortoise.
and true
And
that
true
I
that you
windsurfed-
skydive,
windsurfed.
yeah, windsurf, and then I have no idea what you said, so I highly doubt that that's false. Or that is false.
Explored Machu Picchu?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a tortoise.
Oh, okay.
I have been to Machu Picchu and I have
Really?
windsurfed in Australia. Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's pretty adventurous.
Yeah.
I would have went for the tortoise.
I would love to have a tortoise,
Yeah.
but I don't. Okay.
I did play baseball in Japan. Represented the United States.
Okay.
Was I a UPS driver? Have I ever jumped out of a plane?
Oh gosh. All right. Were you in the military at all?
No.
No. Jumping out of a plane.
So that's number 2. You're yeah. Yeah. Get that one out of the way.
I think that you were not a UPS driver.
I was.
You were.
Yeah.
Did you jump out of a plane?
No.
Oh.
I'm afraid of heights. And I did play baseball in Japan.
Yeah. Was that for the Olympics or?
No, it was like it was a Goodwill Games.
Okay.
When they had them, so it was a
Okay,
long time ago.
all right.
So I represented the United States in the junior circuit of the Goodwill Games. So I represented USA as one of the starting pitchers, and Mexico was there,
Mm-hmm.
Japan was there, Hawaii was there, all continents were there, to be honest with you. And it was fun.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
so it was
Yeah.
it was held in Wakayama, Japan, which is the sister city of Bakersfield, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we played in Wakayama, Osaka, and Tokyo.
That's awesome. Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
Good.
So-
That's fun.
Yeah,
Good information.
I always get if I was in the military.
Yeah.
I never was.
Well, I asked that because you said you jumped out of an airplane, but
that's
I've jumped out of an airplane and I'm not in the military, so.
And that's why I said that, because it's pretty common. So.
Yeah.
What is it?
Dun da 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 da.
What is it?
Michael's going to bring over a cloche with a hidden object underneath. You are going to lift that cloche, describe what you see, and tell me what it is and how it's used. All right.
So lift it up.
Yep, lift that cloche. You can pick up the item, describe it, hold it, feel it, all the things.
There's a little ball on the end of it, and there's a like a ball that's in a rod, it seems like, and it probably about 10 inches long, and there's a cup on top of it. And I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's something that it would belong in a kitchen.
Something that belongs in a kitchen. You're right about that. This little gadget is a German egg cracker. It dates back all the way to the 1900s. Instead of cutting the shell, it uses a gentle shock to create a perfect break, giving you a clean egg top every time. It's equal parts precision tools and breakfast theater, because even eggs deserve a little drama.
So you drop the ball on the...
So we're gonna try it.
Oh, okay.
You wanna try it?
Yeah.
All right, are you allergic to eggs?
No.
Some people can't
I'm
touch
gonna
them.
have eggs- I'm gonna have eggs later.
Okay,
On
with
my
your
salad.
steak?
Yeah.
With your steak? Okay. So this is the fat part of the egg and this is the top of the egg. So you're gonna put that cup on the top of the egg, and then you're gonna drop the ball. Hold the egg though.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, drop that ball. All right, now
Whoa.
pull it off, and you should be able to take that top section off like a lid.
Oh, yeah.
Did it
You're
work?
right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
it kind of worked.
well, I mean, I guess my mom said you need to know how to do a hard-boiled egg. I don't know how.
I did a soft boil egg because,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll work. I mean, it worked.
yeah,
My wife said I don't know how to do it either. This is cool. It worked.
it worked.
It did work, though.
It took the top right off in a circle.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what that is.
That's awesome. You know what? I knew when you said it has something to do with an egg, I knew that's that's probably what we were gonna do.
Yeah? That's pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Wild card.
Wild card. All right. I'm going to read you a sentence and you're just going to answer the question the best to your ability.
Okay.
Okay? What is the weirdest food combination that you actually like?
It's funny because, I mean, we all probably do it, but I would sneak out and make me a ketchup sandwich.
Okay.
A ketchup sandwich.
Yeah.
And my mom would get mad because I'd eat half, if not all, the loaf of bread with ketchup sandwiches.
Are we talking thick ketchup or just a smear?
No, just, you know, I mean, 35, 40 years ago, there wasn't a...
Yeah, it was a bottle.
Yeah, it was a bottle. So, you know, you're, 45 degree, you know?
Yeah.
And then I would, make me ketchup sandwiches, you know? It didn't matter. It would be on Wonder Bread. It would be on a hamburger bun or a hot dog bun. It didn't matter. It was on bread, and I would eat that all the time.
Do you still secretly go and
I don't do that no
once in a
more.
while?
I don't
No?
do that. I ought to try when I'm bored, and not when I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'll go get a steak when I'm hungry. So. But I will though. I'll let you guys know if I do that and when I do that.
Okay. All right. Well, Chris, that was so fun, and I got to get to know you, and that was great. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
If our visionaries would like to get a hold of you, could you please share your information with this camera?
My name is Chris Dela Cruz. You can find me at 1328 34th Street on the corner of K and 34th Street. And my number is 661-703-4763. And you can find me on my booking app at Booksy.com, or get on the app, download Booksy on your smartphone, and look up Chris Dela Cruz Sr.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much again.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. If you did, please ring the bell, like, subscribe, and leave us a comment, and we'll see you next week.